The next page is on scientific notation. So we'll just kind of skip down to some of the problems down here. If the power on 10 is a positive exponent, then you're going to move the decimal that many places to the right. If it's written in scientific notation is a times 10 to the p power. The a has to be a number in between 1 but not bigger than 10. So it's very, very specific. If the power on 10 is negative, then you move the decimal that many places to the left. So some examples, and they've got you going both directions here. Write it in scientific or write it in standard. These two, A and C, you're writing in scientific notation. So I need to rewrite this with the times 10 to a power thing. You move your decimal, and if you don't have one, it's at the end of the last number, so many places so that it's behind the first non-zero number. So you always put your decimal behind the first non-zero number as you're reading it. So it's 5.6294 times 10, and because this is a big number, the power is going to be positive. And then you count over 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the number in scientific notation. For letter C, notice the original number is a tiny decimal. If I move the decimal point behind the first non-zero number, it's going to start out as 4.38997 times 10. And now because the original problem had a small decimal, it's going to be a negative power. So we count over 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's times 10 to the negative 4. On letter B, these are in scientific notation, and we're going to write in standard form. Okay, so I have to consider that this is a big positive number, 7. So my final answer is going to be a big positive number, or big number, not a decimal. So I move the decimal place 7 units over to the right to get that big number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be the number 319526 followed by 2 zeros. It's got to move over 7 places. Same for letter D. We're going to be writing it in standard form. It's already in scientific notation. So again, I've got to consider, the decimal is going to get moved to the left to make it a small decimal 5 places. So count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then fill in the bumps with zeros. So 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then continue on with all of the numbers stated in the problem. So 0.00006115338.